Welcome back, everybody, to the Nosebleeds podcast. I am Chris Whitt, and with me today is Mr. Adam Schmidt. Adam, how are you, sir?
Couldn't be better. How are you?
But I'm doing great because we've got a special guest. It's not Christmas break yet. Usually Mr. Parker James Whitt is hanging out in the background, or he has done one podcast with us. But it's Thanksgiving break.
Mm-hmm.
And Parker's going to join us today. We got a little kids edition of the Nosebleeds podcast. We're going to interview Parker today. What do you think about that, bud? You ready?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think.
You pretty excited?
Yeah.
Yeah? All right, we're going to make it happen for you, bud.
Do we want to jump off while we're starting with the Reese's this week?
Absolutely. We're definitely going to start with Reese's. Adam went to the Atlanta Hawks game, which was part of the in-season play-in tournament. Is that correct?
That is correct. It was Friday. Yeah.
Yeah. So that'll be pretty exciting, which means you got to see one of the crazy new floors that are out there for the in-season tournament, which I'm not going to lie, not a big fan of, but I can't wait to hear what you think. So let's start off with Reese's, and we'll go from there.
All right. So I don't think we've done this yet. I was excited when all the Christmas stuff's out now, right?
Yes.
The Christmas stuff is out. And I looked through what Kroger had, and I'm like, already had that last year, had that last year. We've done them all.
Yes.
So this is not a Christmas thing. I was hoping they would have some new Christmas thing that we haven't done yet.
Okay.
Not the case so far.
That's okay.
But this I found in another aisle. I'm like, oh, we've had these in other things, in other Reese's treats.
Okay.
I don't think we've had peanut butter chips just by themselves.
No, just peanut butter chips.
Just peanut butter chips.
I'm super stoked about just peanut butter chips.
Let's see if I can get this baby open.
Yeah, let's do it. So this is if you were going to make Reese's.
There we go. That's what I was hoping. That's what I was hoping for.
Adam has spilled at least 30, maybe 15. Good open of the bag. The bag is officially open. So
let the dogs in here.
Yeah, they'll take care of it. If you were going to make Reese's cookies with peanut butter chips instead of chocolate chips, you would use these peanut butter chips.
You guys might not be getting any of these.
Uh-oh. Yeah, I am.
No.
I'm getting the one that was down on the floor that I know.
Don't need that.
Oh. You had to blow on it.
Oh, was I supposed to blow on it?
And it wasn't a 5-second roll.
It
Was that longer than
6 seconds? That was about 11 seconds. You didn't blow on it. You didn't wipe it off.
Parker, what does that mean? What's going to happen to me now?
You're going to have coronavirus.
Oh, no, not the Rona.
For Thanksgiving.
Oh, bum skis. All right,
All right.
P, come here, bud. Got to try some. So we rate these, Parker. Here's how it works, okay? We have Reese's peanut butter. You're gonna eat these, and you got to rate them on a scale of 1 to 10. But here's the deal: when we rate things, we don't use even numbers. So you can't say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10.
Mm-hmm.
I know that makes sense, does it? You have to say like 8.4 or 2.3 or something like that. Does that make more sense?
Mm-hmm.
Got it?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh, man.
Is it that we can't use whole numbers, or
No, you cannot use
we
whole
just happen to never do that?
What about a 10?
You can go 10.1. Go 10. You can go 10 if you think it's a 10. All right. So, Parker, you're the guest on the show. You've had a few of these now. Popped them in. Get a little taste on the palate. What is your rating for Reese's peanut butter chips?
9.7.
Whoa. I think my man knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's doing, and I can tell you because I've already written my number down, and it was 9.6.
Oh,
right there. We are
man.
right there.
So here's the deal. There's no chocolate on here, right?
No, that's right.
And that's the downfall of these.
Big deal. Yep.
These are delicious. Absolutely delicious. I'm going 9.5. I believe this has potential with the smallest coating of chocolate to be a 9.9.
How are they not selling chocolate covered Reese's peanut butter chips?
I don't know. Want one of these?
That should, yeah.
Yeah.
They should be doing that. No, I'm good. I'm good.
Sure?
Good. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you. 959697. Right
yeah,
there.
everybody's right there. Same spots. All right, Adam, we're done there. We're going to get into the interview of Parker James Whitt, who is a 10-year-old fifth grader at CO Harrison. Last year in grade school. Middle school starts next year. He's basically the king of the school.
Big time.
Yep, big time king of the school right now. Before he becomes small fish in the school. So before we get to him, Adam Schmidt just took a trip to Atlanta to see the Atlanta Hawks play
The Philadelphia 76ers.
Parker, who's your favorite player on the 76ers?
Joel Embiid.
Nah, I think that's about everybody's.
Got
Adam,
in play.
let's hear it, man. How did it go? Any good stories out of the whole thing?
First of all, Joel Embiid, I watched him score 38, I think.
Nice.
38 or 39. With I don't know, 11, 12 rebounds, something like that. So he had his double-double like he always does. Tyrese Maxey was the other superstar this year. I feel like I keep feeling like I'm gonna say it on this podcast now. I keep holding this back. But last year, I text my friend who's the biggest 76ers fan I know. It's who I went down there with. And I said, last year, I said, Tyrese Maxey's going to be an all-star next year. I want you to remember that I said that. And I don't know if he remembers that, but that guy is off to a crazy start.
Yes.
And I really was kind of like, I really like the guy. I really like watching him play.
Yeah.
But I wasn't 100%, like, it depends on who. By the way, Dame Lillard is a guard in the East now. So, I mean, his chances are even a little slimmer now because of that. But he's been better than him this year.
Yeah.
So far, Maxey has. So we'll see. Still have 3 months before the All-Star game, which I'm also going to, not in the game, but I'm going there to just be in the city. We're going to just hang out there.
Where's the All-Star game at this year?
Indianapolis.
Nice.
It's in Indianapolis.
That's awesome. So you're just gonna go?
It was supposed to be there the COVID year.
I remember that.
They had to move it. So yes, I think we're just gonna go and see if we can rub elbows or just hang out or just see what
Run
kind
into
of
anybody
festivities around the town they have.
I mean, just a run. You could run into any kind of celebrity at any time.
Yeah, that's right. Yep, that'd be cool. So anyway, we're just really gonna go to see the festivities, see what it looks like downtown and all that kind of stuff. Hoping it's like Major League Baseball All-Star game where they do stuff around the city, the convention center, all kinds of stuff has things going on.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can get into one of those things. I got a new just today somebody introduced me via email to my new Pacers season ticket
liaison.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And she's a wonderful gal. And so she's supposed to be calling me next week, and I'm going to ask her the same thing I asked my first guy. Is there anything I can do as a season ticket holder to get access to anything All-Star game wise? Right. So, I mean, I only have the 10-game package, so maybe not, but we'll see. So I'm going for another chance now with a new person.
Why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Give it a go.
Anyway, jumped on a flight, super cheap flight, got a really good deal on it.
Super cheap flights are always make for good stories.
Yep, they do. They do. Here's the story on the way down is it worked out perfect. Number one, tons of seats not sold on the flight.
Wow.
So it was not a crowded flight.
Okay.
We got, so my buddy does this stuff all the time. So he kind of knows the ins and outs of the travel and all that. He's like, he gets up. We're just waiting to board. He gets up, walks away. He comes back a few minutes later. He's like, check this out. He's like, go up there and talk to the guy. See if they ask him if you can sit with me. I just got an exit row seat. I just got moved to an exit row seat. He said there are some available. So I went up there, asked the guy, can I get an exit row seat? Are there any left? Oh yeah, got plenty. Got an exit row seat, which means way more leg room.
Absolutely.
There ended up not being anybody sitting with us, so we got to spread out. So we had a seat in between us, extra leg room.
Nice.
Great flight down.
Two elbow rests for both of you.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah,
Nice.
really good.
That Atlanta flight, how far is that? Is that like an hour?
A little over an hour.
Jeez.
Hour 10 or so.
Okay.
Yeah. So not bad. And I'm very nervous flyer, especially that takeoff. Boy, once the feeling of the plane leaving the ground, that moment and a couple minutes after that. Well, have you ever flown, Parker?
I think.
He has, but it was
Long time ago?
He was a little fella back then.
Okay, so tough. It would be tough to remember then. Next time you fly, it's going to be totally fine. It's no problem,
Yeah.
no big deal. I'm just a nervous wreck all the time. So anyway, I don't like the takeoff, but great pilot, did a good job. Anyway, we get down there. Hotel, we got a pretty good deal on a nice hotel. Really nice hotel, turns out.
Nice.
I mean, one that has a concierge, and the front desk had like 8 people working it long.
Yes.
I mean,
yes.
and you walk in, and this thing it's like it looks like a spiral that goes up, but it's just like a circle. You walk into the middle of it, and just like the rooms circle the whole place.
Sure.
And there's like there's like nothing basically except some elevators, or whatever, all the way up. It's like 40 something floors.
Wow.
Super big. So you walk in and you just see like the floors circle. It's so cool looking. I got some pictures of that, but I mean, they don't do it justice. It was just really nice. So good hotel, clean. We ended up walking to the game from there. It was like
even better
20-minute walk or whatever. So we did that. We got there Friday morning, went to lunch. He knows he has a friend down there in Atlanta. She suggested a lunch spot, met her down there, had a good lunch, Ubered over to the hotel, really nice hotel. They let us, gave us early check-in.
Yes.
Got a good flight, got an early check-in, got a good lunch.
This is going well so far.
Really well, too well.
Yeah.
Right. I got to expect something to go wrong. But anyway, so we've got, hours before the game.
Yeah.
And you can get in an hour and 15, I think, before the game starts, the gates open. So we're going in when the gates open pretty much. We plan on doing that so we can walk around the whole place and see it. So we got time to kill, right? And we're down in Atlanta. We're only there for one day. We're there for 24 hours.
Yep.
We're going to try to maximize that. So he starts looking around, different stuff to do. He's like, I don't know about this. I'm kind of kidding, but kind of serious. They have the world of Coca-Cola is from Atlanta. That's where it's based.
Okay.
And so it's Coke, everything down there. The world of Coca-Cola, the Coca-Cola Museum is like 10 minutes from our hotel.
Okay.
10 minutes walking. So like, why not?
I mean, your dad is a Coke lifer.
42 years at Coke.
42 at Coke. He got like a Rolex when he left.
Not even.
But they threw him a big party with some 2 liters of Coke and some Barks root beer. But yeah, so Coke is is a family passion of yours.
Yeah. Passion, I don't know. But yeah. No, yeah. So yes, so we went, and it was neat. There were a couple things that were really strange about it, but I won't get into the details of that because this is taking too long. But we did do that, and that was cool. And they had like 5 attractions in this one area. Oh my God, I just remembered. I have to tell you this. So we go to the Coke Museum, fine. We leave. We're like thinking, okay, we're just going to kind of stroll around this little area downtown and see what else we can see. So we walk to the corner where the Coke Museum is, and there's a little tent set up, right? And there's a couple of fellows standing there, table there. Hey man, hey, what's going on? Hey, can I talk to you for a second?
Okay, here we go.
You know how I am. I look over, make eye contact, so now I'm in. 15, 20 minutes later, I walk out of there with a signed up, all my every bit of my information, plus my debit card, committed to $30 a month for Hungry Kids.
Whoa!
Let's see.
Are you kidding me? I mean,
kidding.
good for you, right? Good for you for helping out the little fellas.
It's a thing. It's an organization. I think it's called No Kids Hungry.
Okay.
And I've heard of it before. I was pretty sure I'd heard of it.
Okay.
But my buddy's very savvy.
Because people are always like, man, I just wish there were no kids that were hungry.
Right. I just heard somebody say those words in order. No, but I was pretty sure I'd heard of it before. But he's like giving me the whole thing, and he's talking. Okay, so yeah, this is what we're doing. This is can I show you what the last several people pledged or whatever? He's like, we've got $10 will serve 100 meals. Right, $20 will serve 200 meals for Hungry Kids. $30 to serve 300 meals to hungry kids. And number one, 10-cent meals. I mean, what are we talking about here?
I mean, the first thing I'm thinking is
300 meals for $30 a month.
Yeah,
How's that possible?
I don't know, but I'm thinking that I'm going to the wrong grocery store.
Yeah. So, so I'm like, wait a minute, is this per month? He's like, yeah. So like he wasn't saying it that way.
Oh yeah,
but I was like,
you're gonna give him
you mean-
$30,
you
but
mean $30 a month you want, right?
yeah.
He's like, well, yeah. So I'm like, oh man. So he's like, trying to sell me, giving me the
Yeah.
okay, one more thing. So, of course, I'm like, so I'm that deep into it that I'm like, oh man. So, but when he said that, I kind of looked at my buddy. I was like, oh, $30 a month, man. I was kind of maybe thinking I would pledge like $30, like a one-time $30. Oh yeah, well, yeah, we don't really do that. So he,
All right.
yeah.
Well,
That's
so
where
much for 300 meals. I guess you see you're gonna let it then. So then I would have started to have fun.
Oh,
That's where
I
I
didn't
would have
think of
started to
that.
have fun. I've been like, so you're telling me that I'm about to give you 300 meals for kids and you're gonna turn it down? That's the first thing I would have said.
Yeah,
First thing I would have said right there.
that's smart, and I'm not smart enough. I'm not quick on my feet like that.
You were
So,
red, sweating, and everything else in the moment, I'm sure.
I was like, I know. Number one, I made my buddy stop. He was gonna say, he would probably just would have ignored the guy.
Yep.
I got suckered in, and so I'm stuck there. So he's just standing there with me, like.
He's probably
All
just
right,
like,
here we go,
let's
here we
go.
go."
Come on. Adam."
Apparently, after we left, he was as he's standing right there next to us and kind of talking to us too. He's looking up on his phone the legitimacy of the No Kids Hungry.
That's what I would have been.
Nonprofit.
Yeah.
So he's looking it up on his phone right in front of him.
Yeah.
And he's like, I did look it up, and it is a legit thing and all that. So anyway, so I walked away pledging, I guess, indefinitely $30 a month.
Yeah. Pretty much for the rest of your life.
so I'm like, boy,
Do you know how to cancel it? Did they tell you how to cancel it?
So
Or
as soon as we left there, I'm like, oh, so that's what I said. So I said, well, I mean, how does this just go until I decide to cancel it or whatever? He's like, yeah, I don't even think he knows how it works.
so
I'm
like, I don't really care if I sign you up. I get $30.
Right.
So-
Yeah. And by the way, so after I said yes, he's like, okay, I had to plug all my information into this screen and everything.
Yeah.
And then he had to call like his office or whatever.
I hate when they got to do
And
that.
I had to get on the phone and
verbally
like
say go
tell
ahead.
them verbally all the same information I just put in the system to confirm it. So I'm like, so we go through all this thing. I'm like, my buddy's gonna be so mad at me. I'm like, he's not gonna act like it, but I'm like, I just made him stop, and waste time here. So anyway, so that's what I did, and then I'm like, well, I'll just,
Cancel it
I'll
right
just
away.
figure out how to cancel it. Yeah. So I went on, of course, on their website. We got back, we walked back to the hotel, got on the website right away. Nowhere I couldn't find anywhere how to cancel, right?
Gotta call.
So
Gotta call.
you gotta
It's
call.
the only way to do it, man.
So-
That's what they're gonna get you.
So I ended up emailing them and just said, hey, this is what happened. I pledged this. I really just wanted to give a one-time donation of $30. If I can make that donation and then get it my recurring payment canceled,
Yeah.
that's what I want to do. So, and then meanwhile, he found something somewhere on the internet and he sent it to me where it said, you have to call this number.
Yeah.
2 hours later, I got an email back. Yep, no problem. Your recurring payment's canceled.
Man, they get that all the time. Okay, Parker. So you heard him say that his recurring payment was canceled, right? You heard that. Give me a percentage of the chance that that it does not come out next month. That $30 doesn't come out of his checking account next month. What is your percentage chance that it does not, that they actually canceled it?
70.6.
Oh, that's pretty good percentage
Yeah.
for you, Adam.
Yeah,
There's
that's probably right.
That's a good, I mean, that's better chances than I would have gave him 50-50 chance that they actually take that out for you.
And here's the bad thing. If they don't, I'm going to forget to check. So it's
Yep.
going to go, it's going to happen or it's not going to happen. I don't know.
Yep.
At some point down the road, maybe I remember.
You'll figure it out.
Or I'll just see how
Randomly look at it at one
Mhm.
time and go 30. Man, them
Yeah.
sons of guns a year and a half from now.
Yep. So anyway, that was a little fun thing that as soon as we walked away, I'm like, I can't wait to tell my cousin about this. I love this. So anyway, that happened, and then we went to the game. Really nice, very nice arena. I got to see the floor. It was an in-season tournament game. The floor was it's odd. It when you start watching them on TV, I'm like, whoa, what the heck?
Yeah.
And I not a huge fan. It's okay in person. So it's not that bad, but it was like light. It was like almost like a Carolina blue, not quite, but
I saw the videos.
for them. So for the Hawks. So it was just kind of weird, but anyway, good game. It was a good game. Sixers won. So my buddy was happy. We got in there and before the gates opened, and you walk through the CNN Center. So it's like, I don't know, a CNN building. It's all Ted Turner owns the whole city of Atlanta.
Yeah.
So we walk in there. Matter of fact, we ate at we sat at this little restaurant across the street right before that for a little bit, and then we got up and went and got to the corner where we were going to cross to go try to find it. And this guy that was walking to the game by himself was there, and my buddy started talking to him. He's like, "Oh yeah, he's right over here. Just come with me." So he was really nice, and he walked us over there. He's like, "Just go through the CNN Center," and so we did that. It's got it's almost like a mall kind of, but
Sure, kind of like how Rupp
CNN
Arena is.
Yeah. So anyway, but then you just walk right in there, and you go into the front gates right there.
Yeah.
So at the State Farm Arena. So we get there and it's not open yet, and there's a whole bunch of people outside waiting, right? It's inside, but outside the gates. So they've got this rally crew or whatever.
Oh yeah, hyping everybody up.
Right.
Yeah.
And those are like, super Chris Whitt outgoing,
Yeah.
talking to everybody, getting cheers, chants going
Absolutely.
and cheers going and all that. So at some point they see my buddy's Sixers jacket he's got on, right?
Yes.
So somebody says something out loud about any Sixers fan, you can't something or whatever, and everybody turns around and stares at us.
Oh,
So
yes.
of course I'm like, I'd like to be anywhere else.
Adam's favorite thing, people looking at him.
Yeah. So anyway, and I'm like, and look, Atlanta has a reputation, right? As a matter of fact, our Uber driver that took us from the airport to the restaurant we were eating at when we got there, older guy, super nice guy, really cool. And he's talking to us. And the last thing he says before we get out of the car, hey, be really careful. Don't get in anybody's car because people will just pick you up and take you places. Make sure it's an Uber. And he's like, also be careful where you go. Everybody in Atlanta has guns. I'm like, well, I was already thinking that, but thanks for the confirmation on that.
All right.
So anyway, so then we're in that situation. There's all these people everywhere.
Nobody's gonna shoot you just because you got just because you're a guy from the Sixers. He's not starting trouble, is he?
Who's that?
Your buddy.
Oh no.
Nah, you don't gotta worry about it then.
No.
It's when the Sixers fan starts running their mouth.
I guess, yeah.
Then they pull the strap out.
So anyway, but we got in there, walked around the whole place. It's kind of strange the way it's set up, but it's cool. It's cool. So
nice.
We saw the game. It was good. And then we went and found a nice a really cool like little jazz bar kind of place.
There you go.
And I'll have an off podcast story for you on that.
All right.
But it was nice. They had a really good like blues jazz band there.
Nice.
And so we stayed and watched them for a while.
Did you go up play the piano?
I sure didn't. I'd love for that to be the story.
Man, me too.
But, I did.
Surprise.
They had a pretty good band.
Yeah.
So we were out for a little bit and then went back to the hotel and got up the next morning and came back.
Nice. How was the flight back?
Not as good.
No.
Not as good.
We
didn't end up getting
no extra leg room.
And then we were separated. We didn't sit together. He ended up actually getting moved like all the way up front somehow. And then I was on the window, and two people like some 12-year-old or something next to me flying by himself, and then a mom with her brand new baby.
Oh yeah.
Right next to him. And then in front of us, brand new baby. Couple with a brand new baby.
Nice. Two brand new babies.
And so there was some fussing from both going on before we
took off.
And I'm like, oh, this is gonna be packed. This flight was packed.
Everybody's on it.
So I'm like, okay, I'm getting nervous about the flight. It's getting warm in here. I'm noticing. I'm starting to feel like the walls are coming in on me already.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can either let my mind really take off here, or I can take some breaths,
Take those
and
breaths.
think and start positive self-talk. Hey, it's only an hour and 10 minutes or whatever.
Yep.
It's not going to be.
And if you
it's not
catch a
gonna be
jet
big
stream, it's
deal.
even faster than that.
Sure. And if you catch the wrong one, you got some turbulence, and that's going to be a disaster, and I'm going to cry. But
if you keep your eyes closed, nobody will know.
I guess so. Yeah. So anyway, not as good going back, but it turned out to be okay.
Just fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you're on a window, so at least you can just kind of curl up into that window,
Mm.
close your eyes, and just pretend like you're sleeping and not have to worry about anything.
Yeah. I didn't do that.
That's what I do. I just
yeah.
get up against, if I'm on a window, I curl up on that window, put something up against it, and I just
Glad you said that.
close my eyes, and I just say, please try to fall asleep. And
Right.
if I fall asleep, I fall asleep. If not, I'm just laying there with my eyes closed until we land.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Good. It turned out okay.
Yeah. What do you think? Parker, you watched part of the in-season tournament yesterday before you fell asleep. Parker we watched the Lakers game. What did you think about the floor?
It was kind of weird. There was like this like trophy like in the middle of the court. I don't really know. It's like kind of goofy.
It is kind of goofy.
Did they play in LA?
No. It was in did they play the Pacers? I think they played it was the West. It was Utah. It was Utah. They played Utah.
That's right.
So Adam, you're gonna have to help me and Parker out. I haven't looked anything up on this in-season tournament. Do these count as regular season games?
Yes.
Okay, so that's a good start. What do you win if you win the in-season tournament?
You win that trophy. That's at center court.
That's at center court. I get the trophy. Okay.
And I believe everybody wins like $500,000.
Oh, the team wins money.
Yes.
I literally was just talking to my dad or somebody, and I was like, and he was talking about the in-season. Somebody was talking about how the in-season tournament didn't make sense. I said, the only way you can make that work. And they were talking about how they want the games to be more meaningful. The only way you make that work is with a money incentive. That's the only chance you can make that work.
Yeah. And for some people, that's a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. Still isn't anything. That's a half a game. No, not a half a game, but still. All right. So that makes sense. All right. So NBA in season. Yeah, that's a pretty cool little trip you got to take, man.
Yeah. It was nice. It was very cool. Got to see Trae Young, DeJounte Murray. All both teams were pretty healthy except for Kelly Oubre, who either did or didn't get hit by a car. That's still up in the air.
I'm
I guess.
so confused about this Kelly Oubre story.
Yeah,
I saw whatever went down. He was going to be out for 2 to 3 weeks because he got hit by a car, and then the next thing was we don't know exactly how it went down. Whatever.
Yeah, I think it did happen, but there was police looked at the footage of where he said it happened during the time that he said it happened, and they couldn't find anything. So, but he's now back to practicing. I think he's getting ready to come back. So
that's good.
Anyway, whatever happened. But he wasn't there. But other than that, everybody else was. Got to see everybody play.
That's awesome. All right, well, we're here. We've got Parker Whitt with us. Like I said, Parker, how old are you now?
10.
Where are you at school?
C.O. Harrison.
C.O. Harrison. Parker, what is your favorite sport to play?
Baseball.
Is it more than basketball?
Yeah.
Do you like basketball?
Yeah.
Do you have any other sports that you get into these days?
Maybe flag football. I mean, I don't play it. I do it on recess sometimes in the front yard.
Yeah. What's your favorite moment that has ever happened to you in baseball?
When I dove for the ball at first base when we were playing that team, it was like 14-13. Bottom of the inning, 2 outs. It was like basically loaded or something.
Yeah, we had men on first and second.
Yeah.
2 outs. And it was against one of the best teams in the city. And I don't know what the score was exactly, but it was
14-13, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. And Parker made a diving catch down the first base line guaranteed double, and he dove down the first base line. As what position were you playing?
First.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's your favorite man.
I'm glad
Game
you're playing
saving.
first since you dove.
Yes,
on
towards the first base line. I know. Yeah.
Everybody thought it was it was so fast. It was like dirt like in everybody's eyes, so they couldn't see the play.
Yeah. Did you catch it
Game
on a
saving.
line, or did it hit the ground first?
It hit the ground.
And then you dove, caught it, and touched first.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Nice.
How far from the bag were you?
About like 3 feet.
Yeah,
Oh, close.
Park likes to play no doubles defense. He guards the lines. He likes to guard the line, right? He knows step in a dive to the right is all you need. Anything besides that, second baseman's got it. He's going straight to first base.
First and second, they're probably not running with 2 outs, I guess, at the end of the game. But if a guy's on first, you're probably holding him on anyway, right?
No, not with a man on first and second. No, I let that.
Not with first.
Yeah. I mean, he would be first. The man on first is the winning run, but because I think it was just first. Was it bases loaded or first and second?
It's either that or base. It's
Either way, I don't think he was. I don't have him hold them on. I might have him hold them on at second, but not at first. There.
So you have stolen would have been a game-winning hit. You made the game-saving play, and you also have a game-winning hit, right?
Mm-hmm.
What was that? Tell me that situation. The game-winning hit. How many guys did you have on? What was the score? If you remember.
I think it was 8-8, bottom of the inning. There was a guy on third. I had an Easton bat. I have a Meta right now, but I had a blue Easton bat when I hit that ball. When I hit it, it was like to the pitcher. He missed the ball. It went past the center fielder, and
it was a rocket up the middle.
Yeah.
Rocket up the middle.
Yeah.
Guy scored. You guys won.
Did you get carried off the field?
Yeah.
Hey.
I almost threw my helmet off, but I just
Good
didn't.
job. Touch first. Make sure you touch first, and then you can do all the celebrating you want. Right? That's right.
Beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you play favorite sport to play is baseball. Favorite sport to watch?
Football.
Football. NFL more than the NBA or college basketball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Good.
What's your favorite football team?
Bengals.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
My second's Dolphins.
The Dolphins?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Have a
Okay.
good year.
Yeah. What do you think about the fact that Joe Burrow went down?
He had this like little device on his right hand,
Yeah.
and I think that affected his like throwing arm, like on his like whatever this is called.
Your elbow? Because it was his
No.
wrist that got hurt.
Yeah, like his wrist right here. He had this like little object on when he got off the plane. It was like here to all the way over here.
So some people aren't watching. So it's like from the middle of your forearm that wraps around your hand.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't really know why he had it on.
But that's the reason, because people saw the video of that. So that's the reason the NFL is investigating.
Exactly.
Why was he not on the injured list?
So I don't know everything about it. I believe they were saying something like he wears that when he's on the plane, when he's taking notes. To me, that sounds like he's got some kind of carpal tunnel problem.
Yeah.
Which, if you've got some kind of carpal tunnel problem, that's pretty bad. That could easily be how you hurt your wrist, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's the truth. They're not going to find anything. Nothing's going to happen.
Well, didn't he hurt it because he landed on it when he got sacked?
I've heard people say it got landed on by a lineman or something. I've heard someone say when he let go of a ball one time, it like you could see the front of his hand twinge a different way, like just a freak thing. I've heard so many different, not so many. I've heard two. I also heard Joe Mixon fell on it one play, and there's been a couple different ones that I've heard. What did you think? So Parker does he makes YouTube shorts, and he just did, what's it called? What's your
PJW Prods.
PJW Prods? How do you spell that?
PJW
Uh-huh.
PROGS.
DZ. Isn't it DZ or is it DS? I'll look it up while you're talking about it. So tell me, what did you see? Because he just made one about the Joe Burrow injury. What did you see in the video?
So I made like these little clips,
Okay.
and it was like the throw to Mixon when he got that touchdown. I got a clip that he was like falling to the ground when he was like holding his wrist,
So you just saw when he was holding his wrist.
and the field goal.
Yeah. So it's PJW underscore PRODZ. PJ Prods Productions.
Nice.
There you
Productions.
That sounds
go. That's
profesh.
what that's short for. That's why Owen told you to use Prods. That's PJW Productions. So anyway, yeah. So there you go.
That's cool.
There you
I gotta
go.
check that out.
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite baseball player?
Ellie De La Cruz. No, Corbin Carroll. Corbin Carroll.
Whoa.
Aaron Judge.
All right. Hold
Aaron
on.
Judge is my final one.
Are you sure? Because
Yeah.
Corbin Carroll, literally 2 weeks ago, you hated Corbin Carroll.
Yeah, I changed my mind. It was
You hated Corbin Carroll because you didn't think that you wanted Ellie De La Cruz to get the rookie of the year, which he wasn't even the best rookie on the Reds.
I wanted him to be. I wanted him to get the Silver Slugger.
He couldn't get the Silver Slugger. He didn't play long enough.
What?
Do you know what the Silver Slugger is? How do you win a Silver Slugger award? Do you want me to tell you?
Yeah.
You are the best hitter at your position.
Yeah, Ellie De La Cruz.
Okay, but he didn't play the whole season. You got to play pretty much the whole season.
What about 150 games?
That would be enough. I think it's like 115 is all you have to play out of the 162.
114?
Nope, I just said 115, so 114 wouldn't work.
What about 114.9?
The story of my life right here. This is the story of my life. This is what I deal with every day. I say something and you have to figure out how close you can get to it before I say, yes, you're right.
114.9.
No, it's not 115, bub.
Hey, you know who Corbin Carroll's newest teammate is?
Oh, I do not. Who is it?
Eugenio Suarez.
Oh, do you
They
remember?
traded for him today.
Did not know that. Did you know Suarez went to the Diamondbacks?
No.
You didn't hear that? Usually you hear all of it before me. Speaking of Eugenio Suarez, where do you think Joey Votto is going to go next year? What do you think he's going to do?
Retire.
You think he's done altogether?
Yeah.
You don't think he's going to sign with anybody?
No.
I want you to be right.
He's like in his 40s, I think. No, 30s. Like, I don't even know what he is.
He's 40.
What if he was
40?
40? What does that mean? I don't understand.
Yeah.
What does it mean to be? Why is that such a big deal? How old he is?
Yeah.
If he's still hitting bombs, if Joey Votto still bangs, why does it matter if he's 40, bro?
He's not hitting bombs. How many home runs did he get last year?
You tell me, how many did he have?
Hey Siri. Oh wait, you have something else.
I got you.
Hey Samsung lady.
No. We're all Siri in here.
Oh, okay.
Hey Siri, how many home runs did Joey Votto have? 14. He had 14 home runs, but here's the deal though. Think about this. Can I click on this?
He was in like triple.
What are you talking about, bub?
No, he was in AAA most of the season.
He was for just a little bit.
Oh,
but
he's
not long.
rehabbing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So here's the deal. Joey Votto this year, this past year, 14 home runs, right? Let's get to this. Where are we at here? Where's Joey Votto? 2023.
Didn't Spencer Steele have like more than 20 home runs this year?
Yeah, Spencer Steer should have been he could have been the rookie of the year. He's the only one for the Reds that could have been. All right, so here we go. Oh, give me the whole thing here, bud. Come on. All I'm getting is 14 home runs. Why is this so difficult?
He hit about 200.
He hit 200, but I want to know how many games he played in.
Yeah.
That's what I want to know. Why is this doing this? How come all of a sudden when I decide that I want to go and look something up on Baseball Reference, it doesn't give me all the stats?
Yeah, you got to dig for it.
They usually do so good about that.
Yeah.
Siri, how many games did Joey Votto play in 2023?
What does it say?
I'm gonna guess.
How many you think it was,
90.
Adam?
I guess 90.
You think 90? I don't think he played 90 games. I think he played 70 games.
Yeah, there.
Dude, what are you doing here? Why is your phone doing all this? No, you got the thing wrong. All right. So besides the point, you think he's going to retire. That's your thoughts.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you right now that Joey Votto in 2023 played in 64 games. Okay. 64 games. So you take 14 divided by 64. That is 0.2 home runs per game. I bet that is towards the top of the top half of the league. What do you think about that? You don't know? All right. What else you got, Adam?
Favorite basketball player.
LeBron James.
Say it into the microphone. Say it with your chest, boy.
LeBron James.
Say it with your chest.
LeBron James.
Say it like the kid that does the little LeBron James kid from the internet.
LeBron James.
There you go.
LeBron James.
Second favorite basketball player.
Luka Doncic.
Hey,
Donkey. All right. I like it. I wouldn't have thought. I thought you would have said Steph. So I love that you said Luka. I love Luka.
Steph Curry's in my top 5.
Top 5
for sure.
Okay. What's your Mount Rushmore? Top 5 NBA players.
LeBron
Is
James.
it 4? There's 4 people on the Mount Rushmore, but just do 4.
LeBron James.
I do that all the time.
Luka Doncic, Damian Lillard, and Steph Curry.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. No Joker. No Jokic.
No.
I mean, no Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis will be in my top 7.
So you don't have Jokic in your top 4. He won 2 straight MVPs.
He beat the Lakers in the playoffs.
That's what it is. Okay.
Understandable.
That makes sense. It makes total sense, bud. I totally get that. Totally get that.
Okay, so do you feel like the Lakers are good enough to win the championship this year then?
Probably. They could probably make it back to the conference finals, but I don't know. Maybe a finals this year, but
it's going to be tough, right?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, they're looking really good right now. They've won 3 straight. They're playing really, really well in this in-season tournament. They qualified for Vegas. I don't know what that means. I just heard that last night. How many games do you play in Vegas? How does that work?
I think the quarterfinals start there.
Okay.
I think they have the quarterfinals and the semifinals and the finals there. So there's 6 groups. The winner plus 2 wild cards, I think.
Okay.
That sound right? Yeah, I think the 2 teams with the best records that did not win their group,
I gotcha.
I think are so I think those are the 8 teams. So they already qualified to play in the quarterfinals, which is
even
great.
better.
I
Love
think
it.
I want to say the Pacers did too already. I think they've won. They may not have lost any of the in-season tournament games, or maybe they have 1 loss.
Yeah,
which is exciting because I'll tell you who's becoming. Have you seen Tyrese Halliburton play?
No.
Pacers point guard is one of the best, not even point guards, players this year in the game.
I love that.
He's
I
unbelievable.
love when the new guy comes out.
37 and 16 assists last night.
Jeez, oh Pete. That's I mean, like you hear stuff like that with rebounds, but when you hear that with assists, that is 37 points and
maybe
30 another
points.
37 points. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
He was responsible for 74 points.
That's insane.
Yeah.
So I love hearing that. Assists are so important. I love assists in basketball.
And he's an exciting passer. He's a great passer.
Yes.
That's why, I love all the best passers. He's one of my favorite guys already because he passes the ball so
it's
well.
not always about scoring, right?
That's right.
It is not about scoring. Sometimes it's about passing, doing the little things. When I played, I was the do the little things guy.
Yep.
I wasn't a scorer. And I absolutely loved every second of it. Parker, what's your favorite thing to do in basketball?
Shoot jump shots.
So you like to score, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes it's not all about scoring, though, bud. Sometimes you can have just as big an effect on a game by making good passes than you can by scoring.
Yep.
What do you think about that? Hey, what's your favorite basketball moment of your life?
When I got 8 points in a game, my record was 6 points. Now it's 8 points.
Now it's 8 points. Yeah. How many did you have any dunks in that game?
Maybe 0.
Maybe 0 dunks.
How many threes?
0.
0.
I had a couple jump shots though.
There you go. There you go.
Good.
Hey, what's the biggest moment of your life? What's the biggest moment you ever remember the most memorable moment of your life?
In basketball?
Anything. It could just be, it doesn't have to be sports related at all. Just the best moment that you can think of, the best memory you ever have in your whole life. Yeah, it's putting a guy on a spot right there.
That's tough.
I mean, it's only been 10 years. I've had 4 of your lifetimes, so it'd be harder for me.
Probably the dive and play. I know.
That's the greatest moment of your life?
I don't know.
I know. I put you on the spot. It's all right. It's all right. Like I said, it doesn't have to be sports related. It could be anything. Going on a roller coaster for the first time.
Oh, going on Orion.
Oh, that's
For the
good.
first time.
Whatever I said next was going to be what you said.
What is it? What?
Yeah, it's a roller coaster at the Kings Island.
Oh, all right.
Better than going to the beach. Better than going.
Diamondback is probably my favorite roller coaster there.
Is it? How come?
The water.
The water? What
yeah,
happens?
when
You
you-
go through the water on a roller coaster?
Yeah, you go on a ramp
Yeah.
and then you go down. Then the water splashes on your legs and it's so refreshing.
So refreshing.
refreshing,
Oh,
yeah.
is it? I
On the
didn't know you
wall
actually got
flew.
wet. No, it's. I didn't think you actually got wet on Diamondback. You when the roller coaster goes across the water, it sprays water out, but it
You don't
does it
really-
after it goes.
You don't really get wet.
Right. I got you.
Just a fun feature.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
All right.
That's all it is.
I don't do roller coasters.
Who else doesn't do roller coasters? This
Yeah.
guy. This guy right here.
I don't like it.
Me and
I
Adam
don't
don't
like
do roller coasters.
I'm glad you like them.
Yep.
Ride some for me.
Yeah. Okay. What else you got? You got anything else for him, Adam?
I want to ask about school a little bit. Do you like school? How you doing in school? What's your favorite part of it? What's your favorite subject? What's your favorite time of day?
I have A's and B's in school.
Good.
My
Very good.
favorite subjects is probably math. No,
Hey.
reading. No, math.
Yeah.
And my favorite part of the day is recess.
Oh yeah.
What do you do on recess?
Football.
Who you play with?
Kyler.
Just you and one other kid? That's it?
Kyler brings a football, and
Okay.
there's other people playing with him.
All right. How many people about play on recess with you guys?
Caden, Liam, Bryson, Austin Champ. I think that's all.
So 6,
8.
8. Okay. Let's go with 8.
Let me ask you this. I feel like when I was in grade school, we played the same game almost every day.
Same.
And it was just somebody had a football and a big group was at one end of the playground and a big group was at the other end of the playground, and you just throw it into the group. And if I don't know, there weren't points or anything, but we just celebrated when somebody
Kind of
caught it.
up for grabs?
Yeah.
Like up for grabs. So we
Yeah.
used to call that up for grabs.
Okay.
And
I
when
don't
we
know
did
what
it, it was one person threw it up to everybody. And if the ball happened to be caught by somebody, then they got to be the thrower.
That's
But it's hard when you get a whole bunch of people, but
we call it jackpot.
they call it jackpot now.
Oh.
Yeah.
So do you guys do it the way he does it?
Yeah.
One person throws it and everybody goes for it.
And then
Okay.
if you catch it, you get to be the
Jacker.
jacker.
Oh, okay.
It's my least favorite part of the whole
Jackpot.
game.
The
Jackpot.
jacker.
Yeah. Isn't that what you called him?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
That just means you
I'd
jack
rather
the ball
catch
into
it.
the air, right?
Yeah, I'd rather be the catcher.
Oh yeah.
And
Either
just-
way,
But being the catcher means that you made
you end up being the jacker.
Yeah,
So
right.
yeah, in either way, it's a lose.
Isn't that a Batman villain?
The
jacker?
Yeah, the jackal.
Jacker?
Jacker. Not the jackal. The jacker.
Oh, I think
No,
Joker.
the Joker.
There you go. There you go.
My bad, I got it wrong.
Nah.
Uh,
Yeah. So what do you guys play jackpot at recess, or do you actually play football?
We mostly play football.
Do you?
Sometimes we play jackpot.
I gotcha. What position do you usually be? Wide receiver? You quarterback? What do you play when you're out there?
I'm quarterback.
Oh,
You guys pick teams every day?
Yeah.
Okay. So how do you decide who picks?
We do team pickers, like one guy chooses someone and then another guy does.
yeah, but how do you determine who the person that is picking is?
No, people just raise their hand.
Just volunteer.
Yeah, just volunteer. I never want to be it.
You don't like picking
It's a lot
people?
of pressure.
Yeah.
A lot of pressure. You're gonna let some people down. You don't want people to think you're playing favorites with people. You don't want people to think you don't like them and stuff like that. I get it.
Have you ever been the last pick?
No.
Nah,
No.
he's not the last pick.
No? Never been
No.
never been the last pick.
Never.
Is it always the same people that are picked last?
Mostly.
Yeah. We won't say names. We'll keep
Mhm.
that. We'll keep that on the DL. So school, what's your teacher's name?
Miss Binkley.
Miss Binkley?
There's another one. It's Miss Cruzy.
Miss Cruzy. Miss Binkley, Miss Cruzy. So Adam, I'll tell you this.
Unmarried teachers over there. No.
So, well, hold on now. So here's the deal. So we go in. So Parker has a teacher, his homeroom teacher. We've got parent teacher conferences, right, P?
Mm-hmm.
And so the kids come into parent teacher conferences in 5th grade.
Oh.
They're supposed to run the conference. The kids are. Yeah.
Wow.
So they had to fill some stuff out. And we were his teacher's very first one. And this is her very first year with a class, with her own class.
Good
Yeah.
for her.
Yeah. So there was giggling from both sides because they were both very, very nervous. Parker was nervous.
Was she like 22 or something like that?
Basically.
She's like 20. No, I'm pretty sure she's 25.
25.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. You think she's cute?
No.
No.
Hmm.
No crushes on the teacher? No, that's good. You don't want to have a crush on a teacher. You won't be able to pay attention.
Yeah.
No.
Thank goodness we didn't have any female teachers at Elder.
Yep.
There was one, I think, and
There was 2.
it was
We
there
had-
too.
Well, I don't know if Mrs. Rosen was teaching it all when you were there. but
No.
She did a little French. She taught some
think.
French. A couple.
Mr.
French-
Rosen's?
Yeah,
Why-
Mr. Rosen's wife taught a couple French classes my junior year and senior year. But no, we had a Spanish teacher. That was about it.
Yes.
Yes.
Mhm. Yeah. And I didn't take Spanish, and
Neither did I.
I don't know. But,
Neither did I.
Okay, so what else school wise? You have gym?
Yeah.
Okay. Do they let you kind of like? I mean, do they tell you what you're playing, and you mostly play like something good like dodgeball or something like that, or okay? So do you ever get to just play whatever you want in gym?
Yeah, sometimes on the last day of school, we could do whatever we want.
What are you
Well-
doing right now in gym?
I don't know. It's just random stuff.
Like what? Give me some ideas.
Dodgeball, kickball.
Steal the bacon.
Yeah. Wait.
Have you ever played that?
I think.
Steal the bacon?
Yeah. No, really.
I think steal the bacon was. This might help you remember. If I remember right,
Oh, you're being serious. Was there actually a
I think
game
there was
called
a game
Steal the
that's
Bacon?
called Steal the Bacon. I don't know if
I thought this was a joke. All
my
right,
teacher
let's
made
hear
this
it.
up. I think it was dodgeball, but there was something in the back of like our team in the back of where we were, and the same thing in the back of theirs, and you had to cross their line, go get that thing, and bring it back to your side without getting hit with a ball.
Oh, yeah.
Play that?
Yeah, I played it.
Really? So we played something similar. Kind of. We played war
Steal
ball.
the ham.
No, we played
Oh.
war ball.
War ball.
War ball, you had a bowling pin at the back of each
You
side.
say, You threw a bowling ball.
I mean, you had a bowling pin basically on the end line.
That's what it was. It was a bowling pin.
Is that what you had to take? You had to
Yes.
steal a bowling pin?
Yes.
There you go. So you had a bowling pin that was basically on the end line, right in the middle, like under the basket, right in the gym.
Oh, yes.
In the gym on the end line, right in the middle, and on either side.
Mhm.
And so when we played, if you knocked the pin over, game's over right away. Done. Game's
I
over.
think you're right.
The second you knock the pin over, game's over. Okay.
I forgot about that part until you said that.
So and then if you got hit, you walked off to the side, somebody catches a ball, they could run over and tag you, and you can come back in. But what we would do so bad, we would just have all the girls, like there were some girls that had cannons and we're like, get up here. Like they were just as good as anybody. But there are some girls that just didn't want to play and they could care less.
Yes.
So we made them be pin guarders. They were the pin guarders.
Sure.
You stood there with your legs closed right in front of the pin and you just took it, right? You get hit, right? You get hit, next one comes up. She goes out, next one runs up in front of her spot. You just do what you got to do to be the pin blocker, right?
Yeah.
Just don't let anything hit the pin. Yeah. So we had pin blockers, and then you try to get on the side, and you have one person throw from one side, one person from another, try to sneak it around their legs. Yeah, we used to. And then we had to switch balls because somebody hit Michelle Phillips right square in the eye, and she
knocked her glasses off, cut her eye.
She didn't have glasses, but she had a giant welt black eye.
You guys weren't using bowling balls.
They weren't, but I don't know what they were, but like some of them were big, they were red and they're filled with air, and some of them were like you pumped them up. But they were kind of soft. I mean, you could really get a hold of them. Some of them were a little
like
flat.
A traditional red playground ball, like
I mean, they were smaller than like a kickball or anything like that. But then we had to switch to these like foam balls. And when we switched to the foam balls, it was nowhere near as fun.
Yeah.
Nowhere near as fun. Best catch I ever made in Warball. I caught a ball. All right. So I'm standing there and I'm just walking over, not paying attention to go tag the person in, and a ball. I got the ball in my hand against my stomach, and a ball gets thrown and it gets wedged in between my elbow and my body. And I caught two balls at the same time and got to go tag somebody.
That's all.
Total just in the total luck.
Is there any better feeling than catching a ball off a deflection? It hits somebody and you just react and it goes
boom,
right there. Get it?
Love it.
Oh,
love that. How are you catching wise in that game? You catch a lot of people. You catch a lot of balls in dodgeball, or do you usually drop them?
I catch them.
Yeah,
got those hands, huh?
Do you? How's those hands working out for you?
Pretty.
You know what? You only fumbled one ball, I want to say, in your last basketball game, which is already better than the one before that when you fumbled about 13. Our team in general doesn't have the best hands, do they?
Yeah, we only played like 4 games.
I mean, 4 games is a pretty good sample size. What's your favorite thing? I already said that, didn't I? About basketball. What's your favorite drill to run in basketball?
The jump shot drill, where you had to like shoot the shot and then touch the cone, and then if you miss it, you have to go back to that spot.
Yeah, every single time you got to touch cone under the basket, run back to the spot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That sounds good. That's a fun one. Yeah. Tire you out a little bit. Adam, what's your favorite drill to run as a basketball coach?
Ooh. Michigan 11 man's really fun.
Okay.
You have to have 11 people, so you need a lot.
So we can't run that.
You guys can't do it.
Yeah, we only have 8.
To have 11. You could modify it. You could modify it and probably you could do something a little bit different. But Michigan 11 man's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's basically like a constant 3-on-2.
Oh, I got you. Back and forth. Okay.
And you just have people on the sidelines that come in. Anyway, that's a lot of fun. There was so as a coach, rebounding is tough to get your kids to do.
Absolutely. You were at Parker's game on Saturday, and I think we got out rebounded yesterday. We got out rebounded 410-5.
Yeah.
It felt that way.
I was keeping a tally. That's what it was.
Did it feel that way to you, Parker? Parker's usually one of our better rebounders. How many boards do you think you had?
5.
You think you
No,
had 5?
3.
Yeah, 3 sounds more like it.
Um, it was a struggle yesterday.
It was a
Rebounding
struggle. We
was a
were on the
yesterday.
struggle.
It's a struggle for a lot of teams, and so rebounding drills are big in practice, but nobody likes doing them, and it's tough to get everybody to go 100% at those. The one rebounding drill that I liked is you get 2 teams, right? You separate them; they go on like opposite sides of the lane,
Yep.
and you have one person from each team come up. It's one-on-one rebounding. You start their feet are touching each other, like my left foot is touching your right foot on that side.
Are you facing the basket or are you facing the shooter?
Facing the basket on like the volleyball line and right in front of the basket.
Okay.
Right? I'm behind you at the free throw line. I'm shooting the shot. You have to battle number 1, box each other out. So you're side by side to start. Got to get position.
Well, that's a tough spot, tough place to get position, but that's where you're at most of the time.
So you got to battle for position, figure that out, and then you have to get the rebound without it hitting the ground. If it hits the ground, you start over. Same 2 people go. Have to get the rebound without it touching the ground. And my rule was you have to get the rebound, you have to chin it, you have to pivot, you have to give me a good pass back. Any of those things break down, you forget to do any of those things, it's not a rebound. Go again, right?
Go again.
So
you go until a point is had.
That's right. And then if the black team gets the rebound, that person goes to half court on that side. That's how we know the person that did not get the rebound goes to the baseline on the other side. So we have the winners up here, losers down here, and then the losing team, the losing team runs an up and back or whatever it is, push-ups or whatever. And that's how it goes.
So do you do multiple you do it again? So get done, do it again, get done, do it again.
Switch sides and you make them go against different people and things like that. Yeah. Switch it up. So
I like that.
That seemed to be the one that had the most energy, that people got into the most.
I like that.
There was some fouling going on and some people getting upset with each other and stuff. But if you didn't do that drill, most of the other rebounding drills were just like, some people are into it, some people aren't.
Yeah, we do every time we do rebound drills, we always make it a competition. Whoever loses runs. Mm-hmm. So that is
good. And
there's something to it, bud, because I'll tell you what, Parker, we had full court the other day. Oh boy, full high school court.
Hey,
that's running half back, full back. So just it was tough, and you had to do it in, what was it, 10 seconds, Parker?
Mm-hmm.
And I think we bumped it up to 12 at the end, but that was tough. And then if everybody didn't make it, we had to run again.
Yeah, good.
We had to run like 6 laps.
It was a lot.
That'll make you better.
Yep, we almost had a couple tears out of some kids. I thought somebody might throw up, but didn't happen.
Tear up a little bit?
Mm-hmm.
He almost, I thought he was going to throw up.
Well,
but he didn't. Fought through it.
Nice.
Fought through it, didn't you?
Good work.
That's right, Bob. Good job.
And now you're here doing a podcast. Just think about that every time it's hard in practice. You're like, in this, in a short amount of time, I'm going to be at home sitting down, or tomorrow I'm going to be doing a podcast or something like that.
Yeah.
It's all
it's all gravy, baby.
It's all good.
Parker, what's your favorite baseball drill to do?
What's your favorite Chris Whitt, Ron Washington baseball drill?
I don't really remember them because it's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah. You like fielding drills or hitting drills better?
Hitting
drills. Hitting drills.
Sure. That was a dumb question.
Yeah. Weighted balls, balls off a tee.
I like the weighted balls.
The wiffle balls. You like weighted balls? Yeah.
Okay.
All right. That's a bummer because all my favorite drills involve infield drills. So pick progressions and all that stuff. Those are my favorite things. When we do our pick progressions, backhands coming through the ball.
Those are my favorite to watch.
Yeah. Mine too. Thanksgiving, buddy. What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
I'm going to my grandma's house tomorrow.
Yeah.
Very nice.
What do you guys do?
I know which grandma you're talking about because I'm going to the other grandma's house.
Yeah, that's right. Adam's going to Mimi's house.
That's right.
What do you think about that? Yeah. We're gonna miss him. Parker, you want to tell him about what you do after Thanksgiving. When Thanksgiving dinner's done and everybody sits around and there's a big pile of presents.
There is?
Yeah. You don't remember playing the game? It's a little game we like to call Greed.
Don't you have those cards?
Yep. Explain it. You want to talk about how what
So-
it is?
So if you like call out a card and you have that card,
Yeah.
I think you give it to her and then pick out a present.
Exactly. So there's about four or five decks of cards. You hand out 4 of them, pass them out to everybody. Everybody's got, a whole bunch of cards in their hands. And then there's one full deck of cards that are the calling cards. Call a card out, and then 4 people come up, give you their card, and they go pick a present out of the middle. A lot of it just little dollar store goofball presents. But there's always one with the special angel that's had its head broken 2 or 3 times, super glued together, and you have to show it off. It has to be present in your house for an entire year.
I like it.
Do we still have it?
Yeah, it's still at our
Oh,
house.
so
It's
you won it last year.
I do my best to see if I can find it. I will do everything I can to try to get it. Well, the cool thing is though, is there's always more cards than there are presents. So once your name's called, once your card's called, at any point in time, you don't have to pick out of the middle. You can walk around to somebody else's pile and just go,
Oh yeah, you can just steal their present.
yep. So you get somebody that looks like they really want something. Nobody knows what's in it. I mean, for all you know, it's a back scratcher, right?
Sure.
But if you get somebody that acts like they really want it, like usually my sister-in-law, who I love her to death, she's got Prader-Willi. So she's, 38 years old, but like the mindset of a 12-year-old. God love her. She gets her mindset on something and she has to have it.
Sure.
And me and my brother-in-law will take it from her constantly. Constantly. We've had her in tears, which is not funny at all. It's not.
Sure.
But we always make it to where she gets it at the end. We always make it that way. She doesn't realize it's happening, but it is fun to so now that the kids are getting older, we start doing it to the kids now too. And it's fun. Yeah. There'll be something like Spider-Man wrapping paper, and that's the only thing they care about is because it's got Spider-Man wrapping paper. Oh, I'm stealing that.
And I got there was like this big giant present in the middle before, and I wanted it so bad. And everybody was stealing it from everybody.
Yeah.
And at the last second, someone stole it from me. And I had one card left. And she called my number, and I stole that big present from someone. And when I unwrapped it, I think it was like a plant.
Like a plant.
Nobody wants a plant.
I like to get the big because it's always a bunch of little silly stuff that's wrapped up real small. I like to get a giant box and just put like a box of playing cards in them or something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. Question for you, Parker. What do you want to be when you grow up?
Be a baseball player.
For what kind of baseball player do you want to be?
What do you mean?
Good one.
Where you want to play at? Like you just want to play baseball anywhere or like Major League Baseball or
Major League Baseball.
Yeah. So that is what you want to be. You'd rather be that than a cop, than a lawyer, than a basketball player, than an astronaut. What you want to be is a baseball player.
Yeah.
Adam, you have any advice for him if he wants to be a baseball player when he grows up?
Walk out of this room right now and start doing pick progressions out in the yard.
Did you hear that?
But it's like dark outside though.
Hey, no excuses.
How many days a week do you think he should practice if that's what he wants to be?
8 or 9. 8 or 9 days a week.
8 or 9.
Parker, how many days are in a week?
7.
Oh, yeah. No, I stick with it. 8 or 9. Yeah.
Do you get it?
Is that possible?
No, it's not. That's the
No,
point.
That's how much you have to
Somebody,
work.
there's always
So
some.
I just do it every day.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
There's somebody that's always going to work harder than you. So unless you're the hardest worker, somebody's going to outwork you and they're going to get that. They're going to be a Major League Baseball player before you.
No days off.
No days off. That's why we got a tee and a net. Just put the tee up, even if it's just 100 swings one day. You don't have to go through a whole practice.
Wait, can you skip single A?
You can, but you have to be the hardest worker out there, or Ken Griffey Jr.
What does Ken Griffey Jr. do?
Mike Leake. Ken Griffey Jr. right now does Geico commercials.
Oh yeah. I should do that.
With his wife and Jim Joyce.
Yes.
I should do that when I grow up.
Well, you're going to retire first,
No,
right?
I was about to say that. Retire too.
Yeah, after you retire.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Diet Whatever.
Geico.
Geico.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know what Geico is?
Cars.
Insurance
Kind of.
for cars.
Yeah.
So sure, why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. So speaking of retiring, have you ever retired from anything before?
Soccer.
Retired from soccer?
Ah,
About how long ago did you
Me
retire
too.
from soccer?
2 years.
2 years ago. Yeah. You think you'll ever play again?
Maybe.
Maybe. It's about how retirement works if you're Brett Favre.
yeah. Me too. I've retired from coaching, and I'll go back.
He'll go back. Well, that's one thing that we were going to talk to Adam about, wasn't it? Next year's a big year. Next year, there's one big team that no dad's coach for basketball. And Parker may want to know. Adam is now the coach. Is now a special guy. He goes out. He takes care of people on the side. We might be throwing Adam some money to come over and see if he wants to do some work with you.
Money.
Yeah, Adam. Well, the money goes to Adam, not to you. Adam would coach you, give you one-on-one lessons. What do you think about that? Would you do that or no? Once a week
Sure.
to try to get better at basketball?
Maybe.
Or do you want to say no to that and work 7 days a week with me in baseball?
Yes, I'm gonna stick to the basketball thing.
You don't need a break from baseball. You need a break from dad once in a while.
I'm going to tell you the truth. That's the hardest part. That's the hardest part. Basketball's the same way. We got in a fight on the bench in the second game of the year. I mean, he punched me on the bench, and I had
You pinched me.
I was trying to get your attention and grabbing your jersey to look at me
Why
because
you pinched me?
Adam, if you got a kid sitting on your bench, slouched over, butt at the end of the bench like this, what do you think about that? What would you do? Yeah, all right.
Yeah,
What he's
we're
doing
having,
right there.
We're having a talk about that. We're having a talk
Yeah.
about that.
Yep, we're
Yeah.
having a talk. What's that? Bad body language.
Body language is
Well, you pinched
everything.
me.
Yeah. Well, if you would listen to me,
You did it hard.
if you would listen to me, I'm not your dad on the bench, bro.
There you are.
Who am I on when I'm on the bench?
My dad. Technically, you're my dad because you're my dad.
No, for an hour, I'm not your dad. I'm your coach.
Really?
Would you do that to another coach?
Because technically, you just went up there and just coached. You didn't set up anything. You just went up there and then just coached.
I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean I didn't sign up for it? How do you think I started helping coach?
You
think I just walked out and they were like, well, nobody else is here?
exactly.
That's not how it works. I had to sign up and say that I would do it.
Coach Keaton
Yeah.
recruited him.
I've never been recruited as a coach in my entire life. I can promise you that.
Is that
No.
is that until this year?
What's that?
Is that until this year?
Ever
You never.
been recruited to be a coach?
I take that back.
Okay, you take it back.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're doing right now. I don't know where we got here. Adam, what else we got for the podcast today? What else you got?
There was one other thing that I was thinking about before that I was going to ask, and now it's gone. What do you want to be when you grow up as a baseball player?
Yep.
Man, that was. Yeah, I lost it. If I get it back, I'll ask. But
Adam or Parker, who's your favorite, like assistant coach, head coach? Who's your favorite coach you've ever had in your entire life?
Doesn't count for that tall guy, like tryouts this year.
Yeah, you can count that. A guy that helped coach you a little bit at tryouts.
Or maybe Coach Price.
Coach Price.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was he at tryouts talking to you and helping you guys out?
Yeah.
He's your favorite coach?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. What did he do to be your favorite coach?
I mean, he helped us do some dribbling and layup shooting, and he did some drills with us.
Yeah.
Well, Coach Price didn't do that. I guarantee that.
No.
Coach Price was at all their summer stuff.
I mean, he wasn't doing layups.
No, he was definitely not doing any layups. I promise you that.
Another coach that did it. He was looking at us.
Oh, okay. Was it Rolfus?
I don't know.
I don't know any other tall guys that would be there.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't
So you don't. So they're your favorite coaches you've ever had with any coaches ever in your life. One of those guys would be.
It's either him or Coach Keaton.
Yeah. Man, I'll tell you what. I've been coaching this boy. I've been coaching this boy in different sports now for 5 years, and maybe actually longer than that, I think. And I didn't even get a head nod. I didn't even get a second.
You're probably in my top 6, bud.
Top 6. I'm your only baseball coach you've ever had.
Out
No.
of 5 total coaches.
You've had 3 basketball coaches.
I got one. Baseball coaches 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
and then Grandpa, and then you 6.
You have 6 baseball coaches.
Yes.
And I'm not even probably your favorite baseball coach, am I?
Well, with Grandpa there, that's tough.
Yeah.
Is Grandpa your favorite baseball coach?
Yeah, you're a close second.
Man. Not in the top 2 in basketball. Barely made second in baseball. All right, man. I guess I'm gonna have to figure out something else I want to do with my life, man. I just gotta find out something else.
Speaking of retiring,
Yep, I think it might be
right
time.
If you could do more 1v1s with me, and like
As a dad, that's me being a dad, not being a coach. When I start coaching you at home, you get mad at me.
What?
When I start to coach you at home, you get mad at me.
Well,
If we play 1v1, I'm just being your dad, not a coach.
no. When we do a 1v1, you literally call like 10 million timeouts. And then you like show me what I did wrong. You like no, if I do something wrong, you like call like a timeout. And I said you only have like 3 timeouts left. You call way more than 3 timeouts to like show me what I did.
Okay.
Like,
hey, you know what the rule is if you call a timeout and you don't have one? That's a
oh,
technical foul.
yeah, that's a technical.
You need to start teeing him up when he uses.
Yeah, I get
Use
free.
the timeouts
I get
that he
free
doesn't have.
free throws, bud.
All right, bub. All right, free throws. I feel like free throws is redundant, but technically I think you're right there because you didn't really earn them. Like with getting fouled, you get free throws. But if somebody gets teed up, that's a free throw, right? So I feel like that might actually be correct.
That might work.
As I started listening to it, he said it 3 or 4 times. I wasn't sure at first, but I think he might actually be right with that. Yeah. Who's your favorite football player?
Jamar Chase.
Who'd you think it was going to be?
Either him or Joe Burrow.
Joey B. Where's Joe Burrow on your favorite football player list?
Top 3.
Top 3? Who's number 2?
Probably Jalen Hurts. I don't know.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Go
Well,
Eagles.
yeah. Fly, Eagle, fly. Pride, Jalen Hurts, pride of the Alabama Crimson Tide. And who else did he play for?
In college?
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Oklahoma.
I didn't watch him in college, okay?
We don't watch college football, do we? Very often.
No.
We're not a college football family because our favorite college team is
Xavier.
And they don't have a football team. They
have a baseball team and like a rugby team, right?
I think rugby is it's not like an official sport. I think they have soccer.
Yeah, they play soccer. They play baseball.
Yep.
They play basketball, but not football.
No football. Wait, think about that.
That's
not since 1971 or whatever.
Yeah, undefeated. They've never lost a game. 72, 71, something like that. Yeah. I mean, they lost to Marshall when they didn't even have a team, and they decided that was the end of it. Called it quits after that.
Just a 1 loss.
Oh, well, there's a pretty big loss. Marshall lost their team in a plane accident and a plane crash, and they still couldn't beat the new Marshall team. You seem confused.
I am.
At least you're honest.
You have to watch the movie.
Yep.
There's a movie?
We Are Marshall. I've never seen it actually, but
you never seen it
about it. No.
Yeah, they show the game. Called out real big. Xavier Musketeers.
Really?
The next game.
I
Yeah.
didn't know that.
Yep. Yep. So Parker, I got one more for you. Adam, do you have another one for him?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna say
I have one more before we get into our Mount Rushmore. Who is your favorite second cousin?
Hmm?
Who's your favorite second cousin? Well, I don't even know if that's the correct way to say it. Who is your favorite of my cousins? All of my cousins that I have.
I don't even know.
If I'm gonna rattle them off, okay, you tell me who your favorite is.
Okay.
Bobby, Mike, Tony, Danny.
I
Okay,
like-
wait a minute. Hold on, I'm not done. Remember those names.
Okay.
We've got Andrew and Emily.
Okay. I like Tony.
Okay, so far, we're not done yet. So far, you got Tony on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Andrew and Emily. We have Samantha and Melissa. Okay.
Tony.
Okay, still going here. We have Ryan, Megan, and Tyler.
Still Tony.
Still Tony. Oh, I'm gonna struggle with Uncle Danny's. What are the twins' names?
Jackson and Spencer.
Yeah, shoot. Jackson, Spencer, and Sam.
Still Tony.
Still Tony. Let's see here. I think we only have one left. Adam and Joey.
Tony.
Whoa.
No.
And
Yeah.
Jen.
Wait.
And Jen. Sorry. Adam, Joey,
This Adam?
Jen. Yeah.
Okay. It's either Tony or Adam.
Really? So what is it about Tony that
What-
makes Tony?
What should we?
I don't know. It's just a good name.
I will. It's a what?
It's just a it's just a good name.
It's
Good
just
name.
a good name. All right, but who's your favorite out of all of them? Not who's your favorite name. Who's the coolest one out of all of those guys?
Adam.
There's no doubt, right?
Yeah.
It's as easy as it gets.
I mean, you were really fishing for that.
Boy, I'll tell you what. I tried to get myself as the best coach. I tried to get you as the best cousin. Listen, it is what it is.
I was gonna say, what do I have to Tony and I will have to compete, for that title.
What would make a cousin the coolest? Like, what if you had to make two people compete to be your favorite? What would you make them do? What kind of games or what kind of things would you make them do against each other to see who was the best?
A 1v1 in basketball.
All right. Well, Adam, congratulations, bro. You're number one. That's no doubt. Adam wins that game 10 out of 11 times. No,
Wait, what
10
about,
out of 9 times.
what
That's
about-
what I wanted to say.
what about baseball?
Congratulations, Adam. Good job.
What about football?
Tony might give me a
Tony, well, it depends if we're playing finesse. We doing flag
We-
football. We
yeah.
doing tackle football.
We're doing tackle. I'm dead.
Tony's gonna win that game.
What about rugby?
Rugby.
Rugby,
I'm saying
Tony's
Tony's
winning
winning
that.
rugby. Yeah.
Okay, so it's 2-2.
Okay, keep going. What other sports you got?
Hockey.
I don't know. Can
Uh,
Tony skate?
We used
I
to
don't
we
know.
used to play roller hockey for the
Oh, that's
YMCA.
right.
Yeah, Tony could rollerblade. We used to
remember
rollerblade a lot. I'm
Oh,
gonna
he's
say
get- he's
Tony,
getting me on that.
unfortunately.
Okay, so
You haven't gone. You've still got soccer. You've got golf.
soccer.
I think Adam. I think Adam wins just because that's more of a finesse, running kind of sport.
I do a lot of footwork stuff in basketball, so
Yes.
maybe that helps me.
I think
in
that helps you
soccer.
there.
So
I'm gonna give Adam it there.
last sport, so it's 3-3. So golf.
I'm gonna say
I've seen Tony swing a golf.
although with his job, I feel like maybe he golfs more now than
I-
I do.
I
I
don't-
don't know.
I don't know.
Because I don't golf at all really anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
I feel like Adam still might take Tony in
oh,
golf.
speaking of that, I gotta get to the range or something because for our Christmas thing, our boss is taking our group to
The old Top
Top
Golf.
Golf.
Yes.
I can't go there and have an embarrassing swing. I gotta
Oh.
get some practice in.
So how do you know?
We might have to go to the range or something.
How do you know if you have an embarrassing swing? How do you fix your swing if you can't see your swing?
Yeah, and I also really have never gotten actual good instruction on a
Mhm.
swing. I've tried to look at some videos and stuff and watch a little golf, and But I, little like breakdowns in my mechanics, I'm not picking those out. I
Right.
need somebody else I need you to stand there and watch. me
Oh,
swing.
whoa.
But
Hey,
you know,
not me. No.
but you know how, the correct fundamentals.
Yeesh. Oof, I might be the worst golfer. Oh no, I might
But you
lose
know
to you
how to
and
do it
Tony.
correctly.
Mm.
And you're probably the only guy I know that knows how to do it.
Game
And
on-
you
game
do
on my
play.
correct.
You do play golf most of the time.
Yeah, I just once a week. That's all.
I can get you and Mike out just to
Little tweak you up. Little
just
tweak
to-
you up. I can't tweak
just
you up.
to walk around and watch me play 9 holes, and you guys just make fun of me the whole time. That'd be so fun.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. If there's something we're good at, it's driving around the golf course and making fun of somebody.
That's what I want. That's why I want you to do it.
I have a buddy. We've got a buddy of mine, and I'll throw his name out there. I ain't scared. Brian Fremming, who's a decent golfer,
Oh.
right? Brian's, you know Brian, right? He's a good golfer. I don't know what it is, but when he plays golf with me, I have a tendency. Very first time we ever played golf, somebody was telling me he's on the Oak Hills golf team when he was in high school, and he's a good golfer, and this, that, and the other. And he shanks one, loses a ball, and I hit one down the middle. I was like, "Geez, oh Pete, I thought we were playing with a good golfer. This is who we got." I hardly knew the guy. From the first hole, I never stopped, and I think I would have beat him that day. Like, I mean, he's still a better golfer than me. Like, then he'll hit a good shot and he'll try to say something. I'm like, "You're supposed to be better than me. What are you doing? Like, you can't." And then, so it's a whole lot of like, "Oh, I pushed that putt right." Yeah, I know. We were all here. We saw it. You don't need to tell us. We just sit here and watch you miss the putt. We know it went right. You don't have to tell us you pushed it right. Make an excuse for everything. I'll tell you what. And I feel bad for him. It's fun, and sometimes it's easy. And I love Brian to death. He's one of my all-time favorite people in the world. But he is a terrible golfer when he plays golf with me. He played with the same 3 people, the same other 2 people besides me in another golf outing.
You're the guy
And
from
a guy
Happy Gilmore.
one of the guys texts me and says, he said, "Yep, I think it really is you when you're with Brian. He was without a doubt the best player in our foursome today."
Wow.
Not when he's with me, bud. Not when he's with me. I am there just there's a spot in the back of Brian's brain, in the back of his head. And I have free rent there. I live there. I'm a squatter there. I don't pay any rent. And I live inside his head. I think when he swings the golf club when I'm there, he's thinking the entire time, "Please don't screw up. Please don't screw up. Please don't screw up." And it's making him screw up every time.
I heard a new one today.
Okay.
I heard a new one yesterday, and then heard somebody else say it today.
Oh, nice.
A new, everybody's got to constantly come up with new terms that don't make sense.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
you just make it that thing now.
I live rent free in your head or something like that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Standing on business.
Standing on business.
I'm pretty sure that's what it was. Standing on business.
Is that like your clothes are on fleek,
It's
where you just make
it's-
something up and it doesn't make sense?
I'm pretty sure it means something good. Like you're
Like you're
good at
taking
something.
care of your business.
You're good at
Like you
something.
taking care of business, but
I'm
it's standing on business.
Somebody said it on Snapchat the other day, and then today, I think Kendrick Perkins said it right before they went to break, talking about how
He be
well.
standing on business.
Yeah, talking about how well the Celtics were playing or something like that.
Parker, you're the resident young fella.
Yeah, have you heard that one?
You ever heard that before?
Oh, be the first guy back at school.
Yeah.
First guy.
Next time somebody runs up, jumps,
Something's good.
makes an unbelievable catch and catches it, be like, "Oh, my boy's standing on business."
Standing on business.
I'm gonna remember that.
Are you? All right, good. I hope so. All right, Adam, we are on to let's go on to the Mount Rushmore.
Yes.
You think so?
Yep.
Parker, are you ready for the Mount Rushmore? This week's Mount Rushmore is Bengals. Sorry. Bengals wide receivers. I'm good right now. Thank you, though. Bengals wide
Thanksgiving break.
receivers. Yeah, that's right. Thanksgiving break. Parker's had the whole week off. Adam, when you were a kid, did you ever have the whole week off?
No.
Isn't that crazy?
I was talking to your mom about that last
Like,
night.
I feel like I was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
I feel like I was off Thursday, Friday.
Do you?
I don't think we ever got Wednesday.
I don't know why I feel like I was off Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Maybe it was just Thursday, Friday. Old boy's been off since Monday. and he's off the rest of the week.
I know. It sounds like just about everybody's doing that now.
I feel like he only goes to school like, I don't know, 50 days a year.
Yeah.
No joke. I'm going to tell you right now, I think they only have 8 full weeks of school, like a full 5-day week of school.
You know that you have to play 162 games a year when you grow up, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's more than school. It's technically not, but you're playing almost every day. You're playing for 6 months almost every day.
What do you think about
You
that?
ready for that? All right.
But if you're not ready to practice every single day, how can you be ready to play in a game every day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You think maybe it's time to start practicing a little bit more?
Okay, hold on that. Hold on that thought.
All right, I'm holding.
Okay,
Okay. You got something you want to say, or you just want me to hold that thought?
hold that thought.
That's just it.
Usually somebody says, hold that
Sip on
thought.
it for a minute.
Usually somebody
We're gonna
says,
go
hold
on.
that thought, and then they have something to say back. You got nothing to
Nothing?
say. You just want me to hold that thought.
Yeah.
Until when?
Till you're 10 years away from 50?
So right now,
No.
I'm 10 years away from 50 right now. I'm 40.
Man,
Yeah.
your dad's almost 50. I can't believe that.
Yeah.
What is
pretty
50?
old.
What's 50 minus 10, young man?
I don't know. 30?
50 minus 10. Your favorite subject is math. What's 50 minus 10?
Pretty sure it's 30.
No.
What?
Parker, are you being
Yeah.
for real right
Count
now?
by tens.
10, 20, 30, 40, 50.
So what's
Now-
50
now in
minus
reverse.
10?
50 minus 10 is 40.
Yeah, there you go.
And then 30.
So you just said 10 years before 50 is when I need to
10
wait.
years after.
Well, if that's
Which
the
is?
case, yeah, what's 10 years after 50?
51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56. All of those numbers.
Yep, that's right.
60 is the answer.
Well, it's pretty close.
When I'm 60, you'll be 30. Okay. And if that's the case, and you want to be a Major League Baseball player, you better have been practicing every single day well before that, or else you're not going to be a Major League Baseball player.
And those 162 days aren't just showing up and playing games. Guys are getting there 6 hours before
Yep.
the game, hitting in the cage, then going out and hitting that on the field, then going back in and watching
Fly
some film,
balls, ground balls.
yeah, taking infield, and then going in and eating a little snack or a little meal, and then starting to get ready.
What do you think about that? Major League Baseball players practice for about 2 to 3 hours or more before they play their game the same day. Are you ready for that? Okay. Sounds good.
Dennis Rodman would run 5 miles on the treadmill after games, and then go out until 6 in the morning, 10 in the morning.
Yeah. And then be back in the gym
with
at
full
noon
energy.
And outrun everyone. Out hustle the world. He had a little special something helping him get through his day, though, I'm sure.
What do you call that? Mickey Mantle. You know about that? I think they call
that
it Mickey
green-
Mantle syndrome or
Is
something like that.
Uh-uh.
Yeah, where you can party all night and get up
get
early
right up and
get-
just
do
go.
it again every
Yeah.
day.
I know a couple people that are like that. I don't know how they do it, but like can go till 6, 7 in the morning and be up at 9, 10 and just look.
Bert Kreischer is why
Yeah.
where I keep hearing that.
Look totally normal, like
Mhm.
nothing happened to him.
Yeah.
That's insane to me.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about the greatest Cincinnati Bengal wide receivers of all time. Adam, I told Parker we would go first to give him a chance because he's got a couple in mind,
Yep.
but he doesn't know everybody that he would take.
Yeah. If you hear some names that you like, remember those.
So let's
They
just
might
let's
end up
just
on your
throw out some names from our childhood or growing up. You got names like Carl Pickens and Darnay Scott that old Blake Magic would throw to, Jeff Blake. Okay. You've got guys like Chad Ochocinco, otherwise known as Chad Johnson. You ever heard that name? So Chad Johnson, and he had 2 wide receivers that played with him. For the first part of his career, he had a fellow by the name of T.J. Hushmanzada.
Spell it. No, just kidding.
I.T.
TJ
Oh, good start.
Hushmanzada.
HU
What?
S. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. H M I N S A T A.
I mean, that's not bad. That's
how it sounds.
Hushmanzada.
You spelled it exactly how it
Yeah.
sounds.
Yeah. Close. I'm gonna guess. I'll take a guess. HOU SHMANDEZ. Wait, Hushman MANZADA.
No, but that's pretty close.
Hushmanzada.
HOUSH. You had that part right. MAND
Hushmanzada.
ZADEH.
Oh wow, DEH at the end. Man, I used to have a Hushmanzada jersey too. Neither do I. I used to have a Hushmanzada jersey, so that makes me feel really bad. When I was a kid, my favorite wide receiver growing up at your age, when I was your age, Parker, would have been a fellow by the name of Tim Brown. I still have what's not down here. I have a starting lineup, Tim Brown.
Nice.
Yeah.
You had Tim Brown, Tim McGee from that.
Oh
time?
yeah, Tim McGee. Tim McGee was a
Coleman.
tight end though, wasn't he?
I think Tim Brown was the tight end, wasn't he? Or no,
I thought Tim Brown was the wide receiver. McGee was
Brown was
the tight end.
Eddie Brown was the receiver.
And Tim McGee
was a receiver.
Oh,
Tim Brown
was a tight end.
Was he tight end or was he?
I thought he was wide receiver. He's number 81.
Tim Brown wasn't he? Did he play for the Raiders? Is that how I'm thinking of?
Holy cow! I think you're right. Yeah, Tim Brown for the
Maybe some other people.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I think Eddie. I think I made the wrong Brown.
You said Tim Brown. I'm like, yeah, Tim Brown. I was thinking
that's
Gannon,
Rich Gannon. Rich Gannon threw to Tim Brown quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then they had Jerry Rice on the same team.
They did. Yes, they did.
I love those Raiders teams.
That was awesome. Anybody else out there you want to talk about that were great wide receivers of their time with the Cincinnati Bengals?
Me?
Yeah, before we get into who our actual people would be.
Not on my list. One of the great Bengals wide receivers that a lot of people still know to this day is Chris Collinsworth.
Chris Collinsworth. You also have a guy that a lot of people think should be in the Hall of Fame, and Isaac Curtis. Maybe one of the he's one of the first few to get inducted into the Bengals Ring of Honor, wasn't he?
Maybe.
I think so.
I don't know.
I could be wrong about that. Obviously, you've got fellas like the names of AJ Green. You remember AJ Green? Yeah, you remember that name.
He's retired, right? He only had like a 12-day contract.
Yeah, something, I don't know, and then he retired. He's got like some kind of I don't know if it's clothing or shoes or something like that. Oh. And he shot the commercial at Elder High School.
Did it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah, AJ Green, just like the last couple of years, just recently.
Okay.
Came back, shot it at Elder High School.
I have a picture in my mind. Maybe I saw a picture or a short video.
You get on YouTube. It's pretty cool. And then you also have guys that are playing like right now. Guys like Jamar Chase. Your favorite football player, Jamar Chase. You got guys like T. Higgins. Guys, I don't know that I put T. Higgins in the greatest of all time.
Tyler Boyd.
Tyler Boyd's been here for a long time. Played really good football.
Jerome
Simpson one time caught a pass, ran into the end zone, and did a flip over somebody.
No, that was AJ.
No, that was Jerome Simpson. He jumped over somebody, got hit while he was in the air, I think, maybe, flipped and landed on his feet.
I think it was the Cardinals.
I think it was the Cardinals. I think it did happen against the Cardinals. I think you're right.
Good call.
Yep.
I thought it was AJ Green.
No, it was Jerome Simpson. They're on the same team, though.
I don't have anybody else written down that we have not mentioned.
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole list of greatest of all time wide receivers.
Mhm.
And we threw in Jerome Simpson.
And we threw in Jerome
I mean, we
Simpson.
could really have some fun and go with like Lavernius Coles
Yeah. Oh,
was with the Bengals for a short period of time.
Owens.
Terrell Owens was with the Bengals, and Terrell Owens could be one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. Just maybe didn't play his best days with the Cincinnati Bengals. All right, Adam, go ahead.
My top 4 of those guys that we've mentioned. Chad Johnson's got to be number 1, I think.
Has to be. The guy's done so much.
He's the franchise leader in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
Mhm.
I'm going AJ Green
Because he's, I think, second in every
He's
single one of
number
those.
2 in all 3.
Yep.
I'm going Carl Pickens.
Love
Carl Pickens is in there. That was I don't know that they were even really winning yet, but that's when the Bengals were still kind of losing, but became actually an exciting team to watch.
They almost made the playoffs a couple times. And that it was
So,
like, oh, we're
They
gonna
started winning 7 or 8 games.
Blake Magic.
Instead of 2 a year. Yeah.
Parker, they had a quarterback that was 5, like my height, 5'9". And when he would throw a pass over the middle, the linemen were so tall. Are you looking at me? Are you listening to anything I'm saying? Did you hear what I said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were like so tall.
The linemen were so tall and the quarterback was short. He had to jump in the air to throw a pass over the middle. What do you think about that? You ever seen Joe Burrow jump in the air just to throw a pass over the middle?
I think.
I've never seen it. Okay. All right. Anyway,
Carl Pickens, who is
Carl
number
Pickens.
3 in receptions, number 4 in yards, and number 3 in touchdowns. So
number 3 in yards is
4 in yards.
no, I'm saying is number 3 in yards. Is it AJ Green already?
AJ Green was 2nd in yards.
Oh, second.
He's 2nd in everything in all 3.
Oh, he's second. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Carl Pickens is 3rd in receptions and
Not.
touchdowns.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean AJ Green. Jamar Chase. Is he set? Did he get in the top 3 in anything yet? Is he not even close yet? I feel like he's got to be getting up there in something
but
for
Tyler
a while.
Boyd is getting up there in a few things.
Yeah.
He's top 10 and something.
Yeah, there you go. All right, so who's 4?
Number 4, I'm putting Isaac Curtis on there.
Isaac Curtis. Nice.
Isaac Curtis played 12 years for the Bengals. Number 7 in receptions franchise, but number 3 in yards.
Yeah.
So his yards per reception were like 17.1.
That's incredible.
Yeah. And 4th in touchdowns. So he played a long time. But
I'm going to spoil
numbers.
this. I'm going to spoil this and let you know we have the exact same. Isaac Curtis, though, I think I would have said second after Chad Johnson.
Oh.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think Isaac Curtis, I would have put second after Chad Johnson. Then I would have went AJ Green. And then I loved Carl Pickens.
Yeah.
Loved Carl Pickens. Now I'm going to tell you, ask me this in 5 years, and Jamar Chase is going to be on that list.
If he stays.
If he stays. So, Parker James, top 4 Bengals wide receivers of all time. For you, this is yours. Who you think your favorite are? That doesn't have to be any of the stuff we said.
Jamar Chase, Tyler Boyd, E. Higgins,
Okay.
maybe.
Yeah.
That's 3.
That's 3. You got one more. You can use any of the ones we said.
That Carlson guy.
Carl Pickens?
Yeah.
Carlson Pickens. That might be his name. Carlson
Could be.
Pickens. Or Carlton.
Ooh.
Carlton.
Carlton Banks.
Carlton Banks is one of my all-time favorite dancers. It's the truth. Someday look up the Carlton on your YouTube. The Carlton dance. Just type in the Carlton
Just
dance.
type it into your GIF bar.
Oh yeah.
Search.
Yeah. What do you call it? Hey, I can Google that.
No.
Do you Google stuff?
Search.
You just hit search.
Search.
So this is something that I like. Sit down because that noise is getting on my nerves. This is something that I like. So my children don't know what commercials are.
I do.
What?
Okay.
Yeah.
They might know what commercials are, but when we're watching TV or if anything comes on, we're the radio just the other day listening to country music B105 on the radio.
Sorry.
And something comes on, the commercial comes on in between, and one of the kids in the back goes, I love this ad. They're ads. Everything's an ad now.
Yeah.
It's not a commercial, it's an ad. So like, you know, when you're watching Hulu or Netflix TV, it says ad up in the top corner. They're not commercials anymore. This generation of children don't call anything a commercial.
Yeah.
I call it sometimes.
I've never in my life heard you call something a commercial.
Okay, commercial.
Okay. I'll tell you what, 10 years old. You want to know when they start becoming a smart butt? I'll say it. You know, when they start becoming a smart ass? 10 years old. 10 years old. We have this conversation all the time.
Hey,
don't we?
watch your language.
Yeah, I know.
Smart
we have
aleck.
this. Yeah, smart aleck. Is it smart aleck or smart aleck?
Alec. I don't know.
I think Alec, but I guess I don't really know because
So I think that might be the only thing I don't say with that heavy A sound, like a Bagel or Aunt Peggy. I say smart aleck.
You little smart Alec.
I still don't hear the difference in any of it, but I know whenever I just say those two things, everybody starts laughing or makes fun of me. I don't know how you say it wrong or say it right because they all sound the same.
You little smart Alec.
You are
I have bacon and eggs.
What?
bacon and eggs. You are a lot of times you have things. You always have little smart things to say back.
Well, you did
114.9.
Yeah, 1/4. Yeah, exactly.
You did say you never heard me say commercial, so I said it.
Exactly.
How is that being a smart Alec then?
That it's literally the definition.
You literally said you've never heard me say it, so I said it right there, and you're calling me a smart Alec.
See that smirk on his face right there? You see that? Did you see that? Yeah. That's what I deal with. This is what I deal with every day. That's what I deal with every single day. And I love it. I love it. Parker.
Did we get a fourth? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Carlson.
Yep. Carlson Pickens.
Yep.
Parker, buddy, it was a lot of fun to have you on here today.
That was fun.
Thank you very much for being here. Do you have any words, any stories, anything you want to put out there before we leave?
Subscribe to PJW Prods.
I like it. Subscribe. How many subscribers do you currently have? Any ideas?
Look that up.
Do you want me to tell you how many we have?
No. What? Yeah.
All right, never mind.
Hold on. 20.
You have 20.
Hey,
I'll tell you what, he's catching us, bud. He's catching us.
What is it?
I think YouTube were around 30,000.
No way.
Altogether, we're somewhere in the million, 1.4, 1.5
Did you
billion.
make money?
No, we choose not to make money off of this. We do this for fun, man.
yeah,
This is
monetize.
Yeah, we don't monetize it. There's no ads that pop up while you're on here.
Yeah,
we're
no
not trying.
commercials either.
Yeah, no commercials, no ads. We're not trying. We want to make a nice, friendly viewing, privilege, a viewing, experience. That's the word I'm looking for. Yeah, we do it for the people, man.
Doing it for the people.
Yeah.
That's all.
What do you think about that? You think we should start monetizing off of this?
When I get more subscribers than you, I'm going to make some money.
All right, buddy. That sounds good. And on that note, don't forget to turn your headlights on.
Never forget.